Welcome back, everyone. Quest for You is on, and this is episode 237. Starting out with a quote by Confucius. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. This is one of those quotes that I love because it's a gentle reminder to all of us that life is beautiful. I always find that this is easier for me to acknowledge in times when everything is going well for me, when plans go as planned, when people show up as scheduled, and when good news is abundant. But in times when the opposite is true, the last thing I want to do is search for beauty. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about how to make this work for myself. Some of my recent episodes centered on the subject as well. Seeing things for what they are, not based on how we interpret them. Not just stamping things good or bad. Leaving judgment out when dealing with difficult situations. And now, beauty. First off, I like the word beauty. I like it better than the word positive or positivity. Positive is somehow always so superficial for me. Beauty goes deeper. Beauty calls on me to be present and to search within myself to see something that is not apparent right away. Finding beauty challenges me. Listen carefully to this quote from my all-time favorite books. It's sitting right here on my bookshelf in my apartment. I brought it with me a long time ago from Germany. It's called The Little Prince. What makes the desert beautiful, said the little prince, is that somewhere it hides a well. This is almost a continuation for me of the Confucius quote. Beauty is not always obvious, and less so when we're not open to it. When we are occupied with our world and its problems. When we judge too quickly, or when we think we know better. Beauty remains hidden to those who think they can plan and calculate it all with their intellect. Beauty calls on us to be humble and childlike. Not childish or naive, but childlike, curious, open, inquisitive, natural and with a sense of wonder, and without judgment. I like this because I like a challenge. Thinking positive is not a challenge. It often means lying to myself. But looking for beauty challenges me. It calls on me to change my perspective and evaluate my thinking. What is beautiful? I think seeing beauty comes from the heart. And because we live in the head most of the time, it is so challenging for us to see beauty. It's much easier to judge, stamp as black or white, check off as useless, and whatever else we do. When we come from a place of certainty and intellect, beauty is difficult to see. But when we open our hearts and admit that we don't know everything, and rather come from a place of wonder and surprise, then beauty becomes visible. I came across a project called Atlas of Beauty by a Romanian woman called Mihaela Noroc. She traveled to over 50 countries in the last 5 years, including Afghanistan, Iraq, and North Korea, capturing vibrant images of women of all backgrounds. And then she compiled them into a book titled The Atlas of Beauty, Women of the World in 500 Portraits. It evolved from her thesis that all women are beautiful and strong, despite the many kinds of struggles and discriminations they face. This quote here about her book is from the CNN website. Women who pole dance to gain self-confidence. Women who carry bundles of brooms or a basket on their heads. Women who ride horses and women who ride motorcycles. Women who fight fires. And a woman who wears a hijab over her hair and sparing gloves covering her knuckles. We need reminders like these to see beauty again. To find the beauty in what is, even if it appears ugly at first sight. To be able to see what really matters in a situation, not just what we think is important to us. To be able to see the world and meet it where it is, with all its flaws, bad people, senseless wars, and complicated political situations. There is beauty in everything. There's also a lot of pain and suffering. You may even have some of that in your life at the moment. There's heartbreak in this world, illness, and many challenges that hold us back from seeing beauty. But beauty is still there, waiting patiently for us to see it. To the extent we open ourselves to beauty is the extent to which the other opens to us. The negative person, the messy situation, the ugly building, the dreary landscape, the complicated relationship. Beauty is found when we open ourselves to seeing it, when we are present to what is before us, willing to listen and to see, and when we are able to connect with ourselves on a deeper level. And that is why I agree with Dostoevsky, who said in his book The Idiot, beauty will save the world. Because seeing the beauty is recognizing the good. We have the inner potential to create change in our external lives, but we have to make an effort. And if all of us did, imagine the changes we could make happen in this world. So how do we start? Well, as always, the Stoics have really good advice for us. This quote is by Marcus Aurelius. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Make finding beauty part of your quest. I made it part of mine. It's not always easy, but it gets easier the more you do it. Practice on the small things. Remember my episode on looking to your left? It's all about finding beauty in your day-to-day life. The small things, those that we overlook all the time. That's how you start. Bringing beauty into your life is by being present in this very moment and recognizing what is around you, what you have, and what and how beautiful it really makes your life. It's being open. It's turning off the critical judgment. It's turning down the sense of certainty in order to see possibility. Much love, my beautiful friends. I will talk to you soon.